Hi guys. Oh, we have so much to talk about. So I'm pregnant. I'm so excited. Like, Bronzin and I are just so excited. Past 3 months, I am 12 weeks this week. The past 3 months have been way harder than I expected. Going into pregnancy, I honestly thought everyone was being dramatic. I really did. Like, I don't know why. I was severely mistaken. In fact, I'm a big fat weenie. It has been taking it out of me. Like the fatigue, food aversions, nausea. It's a lot rougher out here than I initially thought. But let me show you this little bump. It's basically just bloat, I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is like end of the day, so it's like decently sized, but pretty much all just down here, and it's basically just bloat. I do feel like I've definitely like gained some weight in like my hips and thighs area. It's been hard to eat like my normal diet. I've just had to eat whatever kind of doesn't make me feel awful after, which is not necessarily the most healthy food, and then I still feel awful after because of like my stomach doesn't handle food like that very well. So it's been rough out here, to say the least, but we're so excited. We get to find out the gender in a few weeks. Actually, I literally have it sitting in my email right now. It is taking every ounce of self-control that I have in my body to not look. Bronzin is a lot stronger than me, but I think it's because it's on my phone. I'm like, I could just look. So many of you had questions, rightfully so, and I wanted to go through and answer some of those in a little pregnancy Q&A. Let me see if I can go find them. It was like a week ago. Haha! Okay, this is one that was asked a lot. Is this why you quit hyrocks? Yes, this is why I quit hyrocks. I will say, I was actually getting into the mojo and like getting excited for hyrocks literally right when I found out I was pregnant. It was a little bit of a bummer to quit hyrocks, but it's just as fun to like go and support everybody. But yes, that is why I quit hyrocks. It's just like, could have done it. I just wanted to like play things on the safe side and not do anything like crazy high intensity. And like Paige wanted to go for like a really good time, and I was like, okay, I cannot push myself like to that extreme, so I don't want to like let her down, so I might as well just like drop out, whatever. So yes, that is why I quit hyrocks. How are you feeling? Any symptoms? Okay, so the first symptom, like how I actually first had an inkling that I was pregnant, was my boobs. My tiny itty little bitty titties hurt so bad, to the point where if I was walking downstairs, like it hurt me. Just like 2 or 3 stairs, like it was aching so bad. And like even with my period, that doesn't really happen. Like I just don't really have like any type of like period symptoms. So that I was like, okay, this is interesting. Maybe I should take a test. But I hadn't missed my period yet, so I was like, let me just wait until like the last day of my possible period day, which was like a whole nother thing, because I recently switched to Ultra Human from my Aura ring, and then I also track my period through the health app. So I was tracking on like 3 different things. So I was tracking on Natural Cycles, the Ultra Human, the health app, and so all 3 of them were saying different dates because they like do different things or whatever. So I was like, there was basically like a whole 5-day period of like when my period could start, and so once it was ending that like 5-day period, I was like, I should probably take a test. Another question everyone wants to know is this planned? Was it a surprise? I feel like it was a little bit of in between. At the beginning of this year, we kind of started saying like, okay, we probably want to start trying this year, maybe towards the end of the summer. But like our mindset was kind of like, there's no reason to like be preventing necessarily anymore if we want to start trying this year. So I wasn't paying attention to literally any of the apps. I had no idea what days I was ovulating on. We weren't like paying that close attention to it. Like I literally barely even looked at the apps, and we were just doing our thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, like it definitely was still a surprise, because like we didn't know if it would happen that fast, which we're like so grateful for, but a very happy surprise, but also like not crazy shocking, if that makes sense. Are we finding out the gender? Yes. Bronzin and I, there's no way we could wait. Props to the people who do Team Green. Like maybe one day we'll do that, which Team Green, I didn't know what that was, but Team Green is where you wait until the baby's born to find out the gender, which is so fun. But I'm like, for the first one, I think I need to know. I'm just like such a planner. I'm like, I think I need to know for the first one. So yes, we're finding out. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Do you think it's a boy or girl? Personally, okay, I've always thought I would have a boy first, or having so much morning sickness and just like nausea throughout the day makes me think it might be a girl. But I don't know, my gut is saying boy, but like also I don't really have a gut feeling. My gut feeling is just based off like I always assumed I would have a boy first. Like that was always like, I don't know why I always assumed that, but like my whole life I just assumed I would like have a boy first. So I'm going boy, but I really have no idea. Do you want to do a medicated or unmedicated birth? Okay, so this took me a long time to decide on because like I am very much not fully one way or the other. In fact, like all of the different options of like what you can do was very overwhelming. Like if you have never been pregnant or don't have anyone in your life that has like been pregnant and like you've been close to them through this process, it is like very overwhelming, honestly. So basically you can go like midwife or doula route, or you can go OB route. So we're doing midwife and doula, and I am going for an unmedicated birth, and I'm actually really excited for it. I feel like I was scared at the beginning, but I'm trying to like reframe my mindset to approach it as something that's almost like fitness in a way. Like it is something that my body can do and is able to do. So I just have to like mentally get in the right headspace to be able to give birth unmedicated. So I'm telling you, like I'm so in the middle, and if this doesn't work out for me, I'm totally fine like switching routes. And if I risk out and I can't do unmedicated, then I'm totally fine with doing medicated. Like I'm not totally for one or the other, but for right now, I think I do. For my first baby, I'm like, I feel like I just need to try unmedicated, and if I don't have a good experience, then maybe for the next one, I will do something else. Who knows? But that's the plan for right now. Obviously, things change, and throughout pregnancy, things can get a little funky, so you never know, but that's the plan for right now. Oh, someone said, do you think the dogs could sense pregnancy? No. I mean, they're not really acting any different. They're like very clingy in general, and they always are like very snuggly in bed. So like I haven't noticed anything like them laying on my stomach or like being extra weird towards me or anything. So I haven't noticed anything. Maybe once I actually start getting like a bump and stuff, maybe, I don't know. Any weird cravings? No, not necessarily, but like food aversions, yes. And you guys know how obsessed I am with pickles. Like I love pickles in general. My obsession with pickles has become infinitely greater. Food aversions, like literally everything. If it's healthy, I don't want it. I can't even sniff it. If it's meat, any type of meat, that's been the biggest struggle. Is like I feel like I have eaten only carbs for the past like 3 months. I'm actually not kidding. I have had to choke down protein. Like choke it down. Any type of meat, I could gag at the thought of it. Like honestly, it's getting a lot better. This week, my nausea actually feels so much better, so it doesn't make me gag right this second, but like the past few weeks, like weeks like 6 through 9, I was like, actually get away from me. Like Bronzin would cook ground beef for his meal prep, and I was like, I am going to throw up. I have to get out of the house. It was that bad. Did you hide it from your friends while on Taylor's bachelorette trip? No, I did not. I actually had to tell them all before, because I was like, there was no way I was gonna be able to hide it. Like, no way. Not like showing wise, but like they would want me to drink. They would want me to like do all this stuff. And I'm like, I just need to tell them. So we actually told everyone like really, really early. I think we told everyone that we know pretty much within like 2 or 3 weeks of finding out, which I know that's pretty early, but I'm like, they're all of our best friends. Like I just wanted to like share this news with, I could scream from the rooftop, to be honest. Like I would have shared it on social media, honestly. But Bronzin and I were like, let's just wait a little bit. So that's what we did. Hi, Tiny. Were you playing outside? Are you excited to get a tiny brother or sister? No? Mango don't want one? Okay, bye. How do you think having a baby will change the dynamic in your friend group? That's a very interesting question, because I feel like we've actually talked about this a lot, because we are like the first ones of like our immediate friends that we see all the time to have a baby, and I really don't think it will change anything that much, honestly. Bronzin and I are really gonna try and implement, like, I think everyone says this, and obviously once the baby gets here it's always different and harder than it actually seems, but it's like the baby fits into your life, you don't fit into the baby's life. So I really want to like keep having people over and like working out and like doing things as a friend group and like all of that. Obviously it will decrease some, but I'm like, our friends are like family, so they're gonna want to be around our baby all the time. So I'm excited for it. Honestly, I know things are gonna change, but I actually am like so excited for it. I think it'll be like a good change. It'll be fun. Okay, this isn't a question, but it is so funny to me how many of you guys were shocked like when we announced. Like,
we got so many comments being like, I'm not normally shocked by people's announcement, but I'm shocked by this one.
And that makes me so happy because I was trying so hard to hide it, and I was like not getting on my stories and talking and stuff, which I am like an overshare. Like, I chat about everything on my stories, and it was so hard for me. I just had to like not get on Instagram at all, like genuinely, for like the past 3 months. And yeah, it was so hard, but that makes me happy that you guys were actually shocked by it. How did Bronzin react? So extremely excited for you guys. First off, thank you. And secondly, I posted all of our reaction videos if you guys want to go see that. It's like the video before this, but he is so excited. He is gonna be such a great dad. Like, that is probably what I'm most excited for, is like seeing him be a dad. Like, obviously I'm excited for our baby to be here, but like seeing him become a dad is something that I've like dreamed of, and I just know he's gonna be such a great dad. He's so excited, you guys. I could cry thinking about it, actually. So yeah, I'm just so excited. Are you gonna show your baby online? That is such a tricky thing. I feel like nowadays it's such an interesting topic, because some people don't show their babies at all. Some show their babies a ton and like to an extreme. Some would say we plan on showing him or her. I don't think I have the self-control to hide my child. I also vlog like every aspect of my life, but I do think there is a boundary that can be set with, like, obviously I think like nighttime bedtimes, like we don't need to be like filming things like that. I don't plan on becoming like a family channel. Like, I'm not gonna make my whole Instagram about my kids. Like, it's my Instagram, it's not their Instagram, and like they are not like consenting to put themselves online, every aspect of themselves, but yet it is a part of my life. So I do want to share like fun memories. That's kind of how I use social media, is like for memories. So I do want to show them, but yeah, it's just like a tricky situation. Obviously, like our mindset can kind of change once they're here, but yeah, for now that's kind of my thoughts. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. How did you prep your body to start trying to get pregnant? I love this question because I started like 6 months into last year doing prep for this. So I started to eat a way higher fat diet. Like, I was just making sure I was getting higher fat first thing in the morning to support all of my hormones. You just want to make sure your hormones are very balanced, which you should get blood work done. If you're interested, I think getting blood work done is never a bad thing. Just to check everything and make sure it's fine. If it's all level, great. Then you know you're at a good starting point. My friend Reagan, actually, she told me about this brand called Natal, and it's actually like preconception supplements for both men and women. So Bronzin and I were both on them. Honestly, from what I've read and what I've heard online, is like anyone that's like age of conceiving, especially women, actually being on a prenatal is really, really healthy for you, because it just supports your body in general and like the stage of life you're in. Even if you're not ready to do that, it just can kind of balance out everything and support the stage of life you're in. Like, your body wants to conceive at this age, even if you're not ready for it. So taking a prenatal can be like really, really healthy. Obviously do your own research and stuff, but this brand is called Natal, and we really loved it. I like that it was like for both of us, different dosages and stuff. So, and then another aspect of that is like training wise. Honestly, I didn't really do anything different in preparation to get pregnant. I was still doing high intensity circuits, which people say to cut out. I was doing heated classes. I was doing pretty much all the same stuff. So nothing really different there. I will say, since getting pregnant, I'm not running anymore because I need to work on my pelvic floor, and like running is not great for that, especially if you already have like a weak pelvic floor. So not running as much, not running any really. I'm just doing like stairs and walking for cardio. And then I'm pretty much just lifting. I'm just trying to stay active and healthy. I try and do something every day, but I will say the first 2 months that was not realistic. Like, seriously, it was not realistic at all. I tried my best, but there were some weeks where I only got 2, maybe 3 workouts in, maybe. I try and at least walk every day though. That's like important to me, is I try and walk every day. But the past week, I'd say I'm actually kind of getting energy back, which is such a good feeling. Like, it's such a good feeling. And I'm so excited to be in my 2nd trimester, because I've heard that's where like the glow comes in. Not just like the glow of the look, but like the glow of the feeling. I'm like, I need the feeling. That's what I need. Have you had any dreams about being pregnant before? No, I like barely dream. I feel like it's actually not good. I feel like I should be having dreams, but I never dream in general. When is your due date? December 1st or 2nd? I think 2nd. December 2nd. And my birthday is December 5th. So I'm like, am I having this baby on my birthday? I might. I genuinely might. It was funny when we were telling my parents, my brother's birthday is in December, my birthday's in December. I have like 3 friends whose birthdays are all in December. And then my brother's fiance, Amber, is also in December. And then we have Christmas, obviously, New Year's, all of that stuff. But like, I think it was at Christmas time last year when we were telling my parents and they were asking like if we're starting to try or whatever.
They were like, just don't get pregnant in March.
Just don't get pregnant in March, because then you'll have a baby in December and we have too many December babies. They were like kidding, but like also we were like, yeah, we won't get pregnant in March. We got pregnant in March. I was like, oh, okay, great. So might have a baby on my birthday, who knows? Does Bronzin treat you any differently while you're pregnant? Not necessarily differently.
Really?
No, not in a bad way. It sounds like it's a bad question. He does, but in a good way. Like, he's just so sweet. Aren't you?
I am.
He's just so sweet, seriously. This one says nursery with a bunch of question marks. You guys have no idea how excited. That's why I want to find out the genders. I'm like, I literally cannot wait to start designing this nursery. Like, I daydream about it all day long. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Is it a girl? Is it a boy? I don't know. Oh, I'm so excited. I literally cannot wait. Are you staying in the house you currently are in, or moving when the baby comes? We are staying in this house. We do have an extra room. We have a good enough space. But if we get pregnant quickly after that, which is not necessarily the plan, but if we do, we probably will have to move, because I don't think we'll have room for 2 in this house. Like, it's a great house for us now. Like, we love it so much and we've put in so much work. So we're planning to stay here like probably at least like 3 more years. But yes, baby will definitely be coming back to this house, which I'm so excited for. Someone said, were you scared to get pregnant to watch your body change? That's kind of like a loaded question. I don't necessarily think scared is the right word, but now that I am pregnant and I'm like watching my body change, granted it has not changed like immensely yet, but I will say I'm thinking that like first trimester is actually probably harder than the rest, because I think once I start getting a bump, it's going to be a lot easier to see my body change. But right now it just looks like really bad bloat. I just look like I'm like, oh, she stopped working out a bit, you know what I mean? And it doesn't get to me that much. Like, don't get it twisted. It doesn't get to me that much, but it is hard sometimes, especially when your jeans aren't fitting really and they're like really uncomfortable, and like leggings that you used to work out in are like really digging in. It's like, obviously I know I'm pregnant, but it is hard when I walk past a mirror and I'm like, you're not looking too good. It's hard when that thought like passes through my brain, obviously with like what I do for a job, and like just I've been an athlete my whole life. Like, obviously I try and like keep up a certain figure. So I wasn't necessarily scared. I knew that my body's gonna change, obviously, but it is a little bit hard to deal with just in that aspect. But like, honestly, once I start getting like an actual bump, I feel like it will be easier to deal with, rather than just like this period where you're like, people don't know I'm pregnant. People just think I don't look great. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining it right. Did you deal with any fertility struggles while trying to get pregnant? I want to be very gentle answering this question, because I know a lot of people do struggle with that and is on the very forefront of my mind. Like, just trust me when I say that. We are really blessed we didn't. Like, I was really nervous just with the landscape of social media and everybody like sharing their stories and stuff, I do think it can be a little overwhelming with for first-time moms approaching like this season of pregnancy and like trying to get pregnant and you have like no idea what to expect. That's why we were like so okay with trying so early, even though we didn't necessarily see ourselves getting pregnant until like the end of the year, just because we didn't know what that would look like. We feel like very, very blessed and just so grateful that it did happen the way that it happened. So no, we didn't deal with any fertility stuff, and praying that we don't have to, but just if you are, I want you to know my heart goes out to you. Like I could cry just talking about it. Like my heart just really goes out to you. Like I know how hard that is, you know. Any name ideas? We have to find out if it's boy or girl first. I can't even think about names until I know the gender. Like that's like first the thing I can't stop thinking about. I'm like, I need to know. What made you decide to finally start trying? I don't know. Like, Bronzin and I have always talked about starting a family. Like, always. We've always dreamed about it. And we've talked about it so many nights, like, just laying in bed. We've talked about it so many times, just, like, dreaming about what it will be like one day, like, with our son, with our daughter, whatever we're gonna have. And I think one night we were just like, should we just do it? Like, should we just go for it and see? Like, what is really stopping us? Like, are very secure in our relationship. We're very secure, like, in this, like, period in our life. Like, there really is nothing stopping us. Like, what are we waiting for? It was just this moment of, like, we were on the same page and we were like, okay, wow, are we doing this? Whoa. But yeah, all that being said, I just want to thank you guys for all the love and support that you have literally poured out over Bronzin and I. Like, I can't even put into words how much it means to us. Like, you guys are just so great. So great. And this whole process so far has been just so fun and such a blessing. We, like, excited doesn't even begin to cover it. Like, we are ecstatic to be parents, and I hope that we're good parents. I hope we don't mess this kid up. I just need to know if it's a boy or a girl. So stay tuned for a gender reveal, because it will be coming. Whether that's me and Bronzin just opening my phone and looking, or actual gender reveal, you'll have to wait and see. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do have any more questions, you can always leave them down below, and I am going to vlog this week. You can see what the new day in my life looks like, because it is a little bit different, I will say. Every day is a little bit different. I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.